Hi there, Pammy Pam again. Today I'm reviewing a book called I Hardly Ever Wash My Hands, The Other Side of OCD by J.J. Keeler. Why am I reviewing this book? Well, to be honest, because it's funny. But most importantly, it's because I have a son who has OCD. OCD is an incredibly funny disease once you get past it, and it's a heartbreaking disease. My oldest child has it. He's now 20, but he is a checker, and I know our author can relate to this, but as a checker you have to check everything 7, 8, 20, 460 million times. It doesn't matter. And my son was a checker, and it took us a while to figure it out. He probably was 13, 14, 15 when we figured it out, or when we started to realize something was wrong, because it took him a long time to do his homework. Here's the example I always give. You're doing math. You know 7 times 8 is 56, or whatever it is. You learn those facts, and then you just accept them, and then you go on learning math. Well, by the time you reach 8th or 9th grade, you just have to know that 7 times 8 is 56, because when you're doing the pi stuff and the divide and all the other things, you just have to know that. You don't have to think about it. Charles would get hung up on the 7 times 8. He would do it and get an answer, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, so that there were holes in his paper, and class time was over and he couldn't get his homework done. And that's one thing that checkers do, and that was really hard for him to get homework done because he couldn't get through the problem. It wasn't that the problem was too difficult for him. He would just get hung up on this one teeny tiny little portion. So that's one thing he would do. Charles would also check to make sure we're okay. Much like the author, everything was always a major ordeal. What if somebody got hurt? What if I was okay? What if I was hurt? What if I wasn't okay? And what if he didn't know? And so, are you okay? What happened? I'm fine. I'm fine. And we can look back now and we can laugh, but at the time, it's funny. Or it wasn't funny. And people toss around the word OCD all the time. Oh, I have OCD. No, you don't have OCD. You don't know OCD. OCD is a compulsion that you can't help. I like things a certain way. I put this here, don't touch it. But when I have to put it here, because if I don't, the world is going to fall off its axis, that's a different issue. That's OCD. Just because you're picky and persnickety, that's not OCD. That's just anal retention. Whatever. So I want to thank J.J. Keeler for giving us this book, I Hardly Ever Wash My Hands, The Other Side of OCD. For those of you who don't know anything about OCD and want to see it from the inside, this is funny. And for those of you, those of us who deal with it, sometimes you just have to live, take medication, and sometimes you just have to get through it. But you will get through it, and you will survive. And that's just a tiny glimpse into my life. I hope you enjoyed it.